Tom Sosnoff 是新派股票经济和金融教育的领军人物。他曾经成功地创立了网络证券公司 Thinkorswim， 又以6亿美元的高价出售了该公司。现在他是 Tasty Trade 美味交易的 CEO。他有着什么样独特的投资见解呢？我们一起来听一下吧。Hi Tom, good to have you with us.
Hi Maggie, how are you?
Good. So, what is your vision towards online financial media? Why do you think people will give up CNBC to watch your show?
I think the future of online media is all about evolving content, and we're about pure strategic, investable content. We're not about business news. So I think the future of financial media is not business news, it's just about interesting strategic content.
Okay. And do you think traders, full-time traders, they will watch your show during business hours?
No question about it. It's already been validated. Yes.
Right. So how to become successful option investors?
Well, that's a whole different story. You know, the only way to success in any financial product, there's no such thing as just option investors. There's investors that use all the different products. In fact, we're agnostic to product, but we're not agnostic to strategy. So we think there's a necessary mechanical, quantitative approach to investing, and that's the key to success.
Right. Well, I want to ask you about oil. Since oil price has declined a lot during the last year, and this year it bounced a little bit. So February, I think it made its first monthly gain since last June. So do you think oil price has hit a bottom, or will it back up again?
I think oil is probably range bound for the next couple of years. I mean, I don't think I can't say if it's at a bottom. I actually don't even care. All I care about for oil is that it maintains its current high level of implied volatility, because as long as it does, there'll be a lot of opportunity in oil. So we look at oil right now, not necessarily we look at oil maybe mid-range, but we think of it as one of the most opportunistic products out there.
And we noticed that Warren Buffett sold a lot of his share in ExxonMobil. So the sell-off in traditional energy companies actually brings a lot of buying opportunity in solar stocks. So what do you think about the risks and opportunities in solar companies, like for SolarCity?
So it's interesting because I trade for Solar and I trade SolarCity, and I think that those two stocks, for example, are much more fully priced, and they have a lot of growth premium into them than the oil stocks are right now. So for me, if a gun to my head I had to choose, I much prefer the oil stocks.
Okay, thank you. And what about Alibaba? Do you like Alibaba?
I do like it here. I happen to be long Alibaba here. Not long it because I think it's a great company, and I'm not long it because I think that there's some enormous opportunity. I'm kind of I'm a little bit of a freak about price, and Alibaba's on the low end of its range, and it also has extremely low implied volatility here. So I feel like it's a very interesting, this is what we call complacent extreme, so we like it just based on price alone.
I see. Well, since Alibaba's stock price has hit a bottom low since its IPO, the earnings were not good, the lawsuit has scared some investors.
Sure.
So do you think there will be more selling after its lockup period ends on March 18th?
Well, I think part of the reason there's been so much selling right now is because everybody knows that. So I think it's actually much more of a bullish, if the market stays reasonably strong, I think Alibaba is interesting price-wise relative to the rest of the market, meaning it's cheap relative to the rest of the market. But if you're talking about, beyond that, I don't know. I think people have jumped the gun, though, with selling into weakness in there.
Then what about Apple? Apple's market cap has hit an all-time high, and the Apple Watch is coming out this year. Apple also wants to get into the car industry. Do you think their price will go higher?
I think Apple's probably one of the classic sales of all time up here. I think it's extremely overpriced relative to, where it's been. Listen, it's hard to maintain. I know everybody's bullish on Apple and how wonderful it looks and things like that, but it's going to have a hard time maintaining price up here.
Okay. Well, I saw an article on Barron's. They predict the Apple stock price will go up to 160 over the next year. So
that means absolutely nothing to me. Actually, it means less than nothing to me. I remember that's, I think somebody should do a study on the history of Barron's stock picking.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Maggie.